All right, let's just get right into it. Today we're diving into a pretty provocative explainer based on an article by tech thinker Sriram Gopalan. It's called Garry Tan's PDF skill is brilliant, it shouldn't exist. We're going to be looking at one of Silicon Valley's absolute best builders, Garry Tan, and frankly, a fundamental flaw in how the entire tech world is using AI right now.
So here is the quote that sets the stage. The most expensive AI call is the one you make for something that never needed AI in the first place. Sriram Gopalan literally makes zero apologies for this stance. This right here, this is the thesis we're unpacking today. And honestly, I think it's going to completely change how you look at your everyday workflows.
Section 1. A brilliant tool's flaw. To understand this, we've got to look at Garry Tan's GStack toolkit. It's an engineering marvel, honestly. It's a suite of 23 specialist AI skills that essentially act like a whole engineering team. And, most of it is absolutely excellent. Using AI for an office hours pressure test? Brilliant. Running a design critique or an adversarial review? Perfect. Those are high judgment creative tasks. But then there's the make PDF skill. Converting a markdown file to a PDF, that doesn't require judgment. It's a solved, purely mechanical problem. Routing a basic file conversion through an expensive, token-eating AI system is just a massive waste of resources. So Gopalan actually defines the solution to this rampant AI overuse with a really great term, token mining. And no, it's not just about writing shorter prompts to save a few pennies. It's the strict discipline of asking whether AI should even be in the execution path in the very first place.
Section 2. Stochastic versus deterministic.
To truly grasp token mining, we have to understand this core intellectual divide. On one hand, you have stochastic computation. This is the realm of large language models. It's probabilistic, right? It thrives on ambiguity, context, empathy, creativity. It requires high judgment. It breathes, it varies, it creates. On the other hand, we have deterministic computation. Code, same input, same output. Mechanically computable, rigidly reliable, and requires literally zero judgment.
Gopalan has this analogy that hits the nail on the head. He says, calling an LLM to convert a PDF is like hiring a chess grandmaster to sort a list alphabetically. I mean, yeah, they can absolutely do it, but it is an absurd, hilarious waste of their brain power and your resources. Section 3. Tasks that waste AI. So what actually happens when we use these probabilistic grandmasters for basic rule-based tasks? Well, consider the number 200. That is the exact number of independent attempts someone on a Google developer forum made using an AI agent to perfectly format a simple 12-page booklet for printing. 200 tries. Different prompts, different temperatures, completely different setups. And out of all those 200 attempts, 0 were correct. 0! Not a single result was directly printable. Why? Because formatting a booklet is a rule-based mathematical calculation. A probabilistic large language model simply cannot reliably produce deterministic truth. It's just not built for it. And then there's the speed factor, which is just wild. In an academic study on extracting data from student documents, an LLM-only strategy took about 100 seconds per document, and that came with massive timeout risks. But a deterministic tool, one using standard code and regex, it did the exact same job in 1 second. 100 seconds versus 1 second? That's a no-brainer. Section 4. Design once, run forever.
This brings us to a whole new paradigm to fix this bloated, expensive way of working. We really need to stop prompting for solved problems. Format conversions, resizing images, shell scripts for backups, generating invoices, transforming data with SQL, CI/CD pipelines. These are completely deterministic. They have a single, correct answer. AI should absolutely never be in the execution loop for these.
Now wait, we aren't saying you shouldn't use AI at all. Not at all. What we're saying is you use AI to build the tool, and then you run that tool for free. It's a simple workflow. 1. Use the LLM to design and draft the script once. 2. Review and test that code. 3. Commit it to your repository. And 4. From that day forward, you run it deterministically. 0 tokens, 0 variance. Forever.
This requires a total mindset shift to what Gopalan calls the LLM as last resort principle. It's a strict hierarchy. Step 1, try your primary deterministic code. If that fails, step 2, try your fallback deterministic code. You only invoke the LLM for the genuinely weird, ambiguous edge cases that actually break the rules.
To put that into perspective, let's look back at that academic study. Out of 860 documents, when researchers used this exact principle, deterministic code flawlessly handled 851 of the files in under a second each. The LLM was only ever called as a fallback for exactly 9 edge cases. I mean, that is peak efficiency right there.
Section 5. Why token minting matters.
Now you might be thinking, okay, this is just about saving a few bucks on API bills, but it goes so much deeper than money. A developer who builds a deterministic pipeline is frankly just doing higher quality work. Code gives you identical output every single time. It runs in milliseconds, not minutes. It's auditable. You can actually test and version control code, whereas an LLM is basically a magic black box. It's way more secure, wiping out prompt injection or hallucination risks entirely. And honestly, energy. AI burns a massive amount of compute and power. By not using it when you don't need it, you're making a real-world environmental impact.
So before you instinctively fire off another prompt, run through this little decision tree. Is there a single correct answer? Script it. Have you solved this before? Reuse the script. Is legitimate nuance or judgment required? Awesome. That's where AI belongs. Are you designing or executing? Remember, design with AI, execute with code. And hey, if 10 lines of code can fix 99% of your problem, just write the code.
This whole philosophy boils down to one incredibly powerful mantra: design with AI, run with code. The absolute best token is the one you never spend, all because you replaced that AI call with a flawless, totally free script a couple of months ago.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Take a hard look at your own workflows. What AI habits do you need to replace with a script today? Seriously, think about it and start token mining. If you found this breakdown valuable, please go ahead and hit that like button on this explainer and definitely subscribe to the channel for more deep dives. Catch you next time.